I'm getting very close to earning my first $1 million from book royalties. And when I say book royalties, I'm talking about short, self-published books. But the truth is, I was really never much of a businessman. In fact, the truth be told, the whole realm of business and money making and anything that went with that was so foreign to me that I had like this xenophobic zeal to stay away from it. Like people who knew me back in the day will testify to that fact. I was really conflicted. Here I was, because see, our background, my wife Lana and our background is as church planting missionaries. And it seemed less than beneficial for me back in the day to spread my energies and attention across too many demanding disciplines. And to be honest, I felt more comfortable being creative in the realms of public speaking and evangelism than I ever did in business. To me, business at the time, and this was like, obviously, for whatever reason, I was wearing a certain colored spectacles that I was looking through. But to me, business was full of people who were less than happy chasing after something that would never satisfy them. And, although I feel like I'm sitting in confessional right now, like expressing my then prejudices, I'm certainly not saying that I was correct or justified in the assumptions that I'd made. But the truth be told, I think underneath it all, in the realm of business, I was just woefully insecure. Money scared me. So you can only imagine my horror 7 or 8 years ago when, due to unforeseen circumstances, I stepped out of ministry into the workplace or the marketplace. And although my history was as a graphic designer and website builder before I went into church planting, my skills were so rusty. My portfolio of work was very sparse, and from way back in the day. And on top of that, really any reasonable doors that opened for creative work were flooded by hundreds of applicants, most of whom were teenage geniuses. And here was I, like long in the tooth, it seemed, even though I was still quite young myself. And, it really... I knew I needed something, a solution that didn't depend on my natural competence. And, I understood that my creative gifts and talents and skill and history would only take me so far. And to be honest, not far enough. And then I found an answer in the scriptures. Who's ever found an answer in the scriptures that has lit them up? Deuteronomy 8 verse 18 says, "You shall remember the Lord your God, for it is He that gives you power to get wealth, that He may establish His covenant which He swore to your fathers, as it is this day." God promises here that He would anoint these same hands that had been laid on the sick, that had cast out devils. These same hands could create wealth. His power and grace could be applied to building a business in the same way that it worked to build a church or a family. And honestly, that revelation was such a relief that this wasn't all down to me. The financial future of my family did not depend on me alone. Your financial future does not depend on you alone. I saw elsewhere in the scriptures that we're told that God will supply all our needs according to His riches in glory, not my riches or lack of them, but His riches, and He has lots of them. And so my encouragement in today's episode is that you would invite Jesus to be your business partner. He is the best business partner that any man or woman could ever have. I mean, this dude owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, the hidden treasures in the oceans, and really pretty much everything that exists belongs to him. What a great investor to have backing you as you step out. And on top of that, he will be your best friend, a marvelous mentor, and a perfect partner to you, as well as being the king of your heart. And all of that really means that things stack up in your favor. I can believe that business breakthrough. I can believe for business breakthrough. You can believe for business breakthrough in the same way as any other project of faith that you undertake. If I take time to hear his counsel and apply my creativity to money generation, I'm virtually guaranteed to step forward into success. And success, incidentally, is not success compared or measured by the world, not measured by what others are doing or not doing, but it's going to be entirely fitted to your own unique set of giftings and personality. Roll forward now, and seriously, it may be somewhat of an exaggeration to just say I rolled, I tripped, I stumbled, I cried, I hoped, I tried, I failed, I feared, I prayed, forward through those years. And I got to, believing God is not something that is necessarily always easy. And you may not come through it unruffled, because he's dealing with you in the midst of you dealing out there in the world. This was an entirely new realm to me. Business was entirely new to me. And previously, I'd been terrified by it. It's not an easy journey sometimes when you are having to bore your heart up when ideas fall flat, or, bills try to convince you otherwise than what the scriptures are saying. But that's where faith and patience come into work, isn't it? And as you keep believing, as you keep coming back again and again to the knowledge that you are not alone in business, and that your success is not based only on your own limited capacity, but on God's boundless generosity, you'll discover that Deuteronomy 8 verse 18 works for you. I'm really now close to $1 million in royalties from self-published books. And on top of that, there are other creative projects that are growing and bearing good fruit. Now, that may not seem like a lot to some people. It seems like a great deal to me. And through obedience to Deuteronomy 8:18, some of the ideas that I've acted on are making me money month after month, even years after completion. And the greatest thing is, you can go into entrepreneurial endeavors and entrepreneurial business without needing to compromise. You don't need to twist and turn things and sear your own conscience in the process. My business meeting, the most important business meeting of the day is the one in the early hours of the morning, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, where we can sit down together and allow our imagination to run wild. They really are a formidable team. And, as the junior entrepreneurial partner in my own business, I'm happy to have them on my side. And fears that held me bound for so many years, I found were unfounded. Invite the Holy Ghost today to take the senior position in your creative business. Arrange a board meeting. Yeah, maybe for later today, maybe for tomorrow morning, but make sure you arrange a board meeting at your nearest opportunity, because I believe he already has ideas to share with you, because truly God is the best business partner. Well, thanks for listening. Hopefully it's been an encouragement to you today. If you want to connect any further, you can do so through my website at davidleemartin.com. Have a great day.